He hit it, man.
All right, man.
That's the perfect time to start it.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to get it into it, man.
Come on.
Hey, man. Say, man.
Dude.
Welcome to another episode of the Stuck in the Middle podcast where you know it's up and it's stuck. Every week. But y'all know before we do anything, I got to get straight to it. First of all, thank you guys. We're so close to our goal to hit 1,000 across all plats. Stucky!
Come on.
That's what I'm talking about. Great job.
Stucky
But you know, before you do anything, I want to see you +1 on all the plats if you haven't done it already. And make sure that you double punch. Because
It just feel weird without jerking.
Yeah,
Stop.
I'm gonna keep it a beat with you. That was like a moment of silence because like I felt weird about that.
Higher Fred, where you at? Oh,
we need
sick?
you. We
Get
need
better,
you.
boy.
Get better,
Get
Higher
better, my
Fred.
boy.
Man, y'all already know what it is. I introduce myself, official social cues. Higher Fred typically sits in this seat. I keep the fan with me.
Damn, I'm out of whack, bro. The light skin power, you ain't here. Oh, B Wood Cooks, I'm here. What's up?
You know what I'm saying?
Subscribe.
Hey, the resident unicorn. I'm Cori from Cori's Corner, also King Street Media.
Hey.
And this is my pup, Perry. Stuck with Perry, man. He like to chill.
Perito.
Perito.
Y'all already know what it is, man. We're a pop culture podcast. We show up every single week to give you some hilarious takes, typically on things that people are stuck on. We want to help you get unstuck. So if you send us your Stucky submissions, which thank you once again, another beautiful week with a large inbox of submissions. But if you give us those, we try to give you some insight. And if we can't, we throw you to the comments so let the world try to help you out.
Where can they put the Stucky submission in there?
Go to StuckyPod.com.
Hey.
Hey!
That's an
That's
easy.
crazy. That's an easy one. StuckyPod.com. Go there. You can submit there. You can hit any of our socials. Okay. So go StuckyPod on pretty much everything. And click the link in the bio. You will see the Stucky submissions.
That's right.
You go to mine, you'll see it on that link. You go to StuckyPod, you'll see it on that link.
Truth is, there's no excuses for you not to send it in other words. We got every place possible for you to be able to send it in.
Facts.
Thank you for being a sim if you are that already. But sometimes you guys do stuff that's stuck on stupid, so we put it on the wheel.
Put it on the wheel.
That's right. And then at the very end, wrap it up in a nice little bow. Send it over to Cori so he can send us on our way
For sure.
for the week. And that's it. You know, that's what we do. We try to give away some prizes for those who stay engaged. That's why it's important to watch the episodes. We drop these Easter eggs, and if y'all pick up, we can see something.
What about the guy that won last week or 2 weeks ago?
No, we got you.
Okay, bet. I just want to make sure he's not fraud.
We gonna, no, he's not fraud. He's real talk. We got him.
I just want to make sure he's taken care of.
That's right.
Okay.
And hey, if
Taking
you're
care
still
of
watching,
business.
when you do get your package, pause. Whoa.
That's a lot.
Jeez.
That was a lot for
Y'all
today.
saw Andre 3000 hit the pause on
Yeah,
the
badly. If
Did you
3,000
see the
hit
performance?
Yeah, oh, yeah. I mean, come on.
It was kind of loud.
It was lit.
I ain't
It was
gonna lie,
lit.
boy.
I mean, but if he's hitting the pause, I'm hitting the pause forever. I mean, if
Yeah,
3,000.
real talk. It makes it acceptable now.
That's
You
right.
Can't say
I mean-
anything now because 3,000.
Hey, 3,000 on. Look, Cori. Wait, you don't feel that way?
Huh?
You don't feel
3,000
that
got
No,
us
I
all
just
stuck.
He said, huh? Huh? You know what I said. Anyway, but that's what it is, guys. I really appreciate y'all for the engagement, but I want to see what everybody's stuck on this week. Let's do a recap.
Stucky Week-cap.
What you got going on, B Wood?
Man, I'm stuck on donations.
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 Is that?
Yeah.
I don't know what else.
Yeah.
I have dreams, not no dreams like that's not real. I
Real
want to
stuff.
change lives. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I know it sounds like that cliche stuff, but it's real.
Mm.
I don't know what else to do other than do it.
That's right.
Hey, what's Naki said? Hopefully I won't get in trouble for this, but you just got to do it sometimes.
That's
So
right.
I added more stuff in there. So we can
Sorry.
Yeah. No, I added stuff. You just got to do it sometimes. I didn't say just do it.
Yeah.
Like,
Can't
come
touch
on.
us. Untouchable.
But no. So, I'm really just stuck on donations, man. That's about it, man. I'm stuck on family. I'm stuck on love. I'm stuck on just
love that.
being better. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's right.
So,
What's up? What's
Hey,
up? Perito?
yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Nah, we not stuck on Perry. I'm gonna try to get through this segment without crying.
Yeah, it's tough.
Y'all haven't been able to see my other dog, Sway. She been sick since
Forever.
August, basically last August, and here we are almost in February. And we had to make a tough decision. And by the time this episode is out, she's no longer going to be with us. So tonight really is her last night. So it's been a tough week, but God is good. And,
That's right.
you know, we still got a little pairs, but
very locked in.
that's
Not
what
to-
we've
not
been
to be
stuck
saying for a
on
little
is grieving together, supporting each other. Yeah, and sometimes, you know, when you talk about it, it make you feel stupid because you're like, these are just animals, but you put so much love
Nah,
into them, so much connection into them that
it's a person.
Yeah, it's so you gotta.
What it is.
The grieving process is not an easy process, but we all got to go through it. So I don't feel like I'm in a special situation, just in a Stucky one. And the way we get unstuck is we keep praying, we keep supporting each other. So
be vulnerable.
Yeah,
you be vulnerable. That's what this is.
Yeah,
100%. Now I feel like I didn't cry too many. I'm surprised that my eyes ain't red still. I've been crying for like 3 days straight. That's another one. Okay, listen. That's funny because pre-show we just had a conversation.
Oh yeah, I forgot y'all weren't.
Well,
here.
no, we're cutting that.
Pre-show,
pre-show.
We had a conversation, so that's funny. We might have to throw. You know what? This is the conversation we had.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh my God! Shout out to Miss, man. Shout out Timbo.
Set the foundation.
Shout out Magoo.
No, Magoo, the greatest. Magoo.
Yeah, shout out to all of them.
I mean, think about the hits, bro. We got Genuine, Aaliyah, Magoo, Missy,
Timbo, Justin Timberlake.
Timberlake's whatever.
JT. He just dropped a new song today.
Hold on, what about Furtado?
Nelly Furtado, and they all back together. Now,
when you get like in those people that he made one hit wonders with, it gets
crazy.
Yeah, it gets. Remember, and he got big boy records like Head Sprung with LL Cool J is a big boy.
They call me Big LL.
That was that.
Now apparently I heard that because that song was tough.
Yeah.
Apparently I heard that song was for Will Smith.
I can imagine.
And they actually wrote it.
Big Willie.
Exactly, and then he just didn't take it out essentially. Yeah. But he said Big LA or whatever. But I don't. That's the story they told.
But we know that wasn't even Promiscuous Girls. I think that's one of his top 5 records.
Top 5?
That's crazy.
I'm talking about beats that he produced that Stucky. I'm talking about beats that
Promiscuous Girl.
It's up there, but
that's so.
You say top 5.
You know what's another top 5?
That's a top 5.
You know what's a top 5? You know what's a top 5 beat to me of all time?
I already know what you're gonna say. The way I.
No, that's tough too.
Oh, that's tough.
But listen, nobody gonna like it like I do. Besides maybe Tajay. Hold up. Let me speed it up. Yeah, we only got 4 minutes to say the word. Boy, that was tough. That's a tough record.
I know what 1 through 5 is. 1 through 5 is.
1 through 5
Any Justin Timberlake. They all Justin Timberlake. Because Suit and Tie was crazy. Suit and Tie was crazy.
Aaliyah crazy.
I don't want to make excuses. That wasn't Timbaland.
Yeah. That's insane.
Wait,
that wasn't Timbaland. Timbaland didn't produce that.
And that's insane.
That's insane. Yeah.
Record.
And
if
sad
it's
moment.
something that first of all, you already know if it was Timbo because they had Timbo in there.
Well,
Timbo was the video.
Or we heard some arpeggiation of something.
Yeah, I love Timbo, man. He is
the time is passing so slowly now. Guess that's my life without you.
Guess that's my life without you.
And baby, I can change my everyday, yeah. But baby, I don't want to. Anyway,
Yeah.
So that's what I've been stuck on is that, and we'll get through it. So it's what it is.
Yeah, that's good, man. Well, we love you, bro. So whatever you guys need.
Whatever it is, we Stucky Power here.
That's right. And I know how hard that can get. We had to put down a dog that was in our family a couple years ago, and it was rough. So I know 100% what that feels like. And we're struggling right now with our pup.
It's just a tough time where everybody in their animals. Everybody I talk to is that they going through something, and it's like, golly.
Yeah.
Did COVID wreck them too? Like, what? Goodness gracious.
I mean, it's possible. It's possible.
And to know it, it's real because to know it's going to happen someday and you still have that feeling regardless.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's real.
Yeah.
So if somebody said it's fraud, pets, man, come on.
No, I mean,
come on.
Especially if they live inside the house with you and then they,
right.
you're...
What did Michael Jordan say? Well, that's you. That's because you never won anything.
That's right. Yeah.
I know one of the greatest feelings is like, I don't have a pet. Well, I had a pet dog, Troy. That's my boy. But we had to put him down. But it wasn't like that, that real connection. But I know when people walk in the door and your dog runs.
Oh, man.
Or they make the noise.
I
know little stuff like that. And, it's just.
It's little things that just be lifting you up. And the thing that's really been tearing me up, I have not been able to get through this without crying. So we're going to see. Tomorrow's also the day I'm getting his haircut, right? And this is the funniest thing he's always done, bro. His whole life with Suede. After he gets his haircut, I open the door, he'll run in. The first thing he do is he looks for Suede, like he wanted to show off his haircut. Then he'll find her and he'll just do his little spin around.
Yeah.
He'll roll on the ground. It's hilarious because on the inside it's almost like he really is like, look at the fresh
He's
cut.
showing look at the taper cut.
Hey, what my boy be saying? I'm for the screen.
Right. But the thing that's been tearing me up
booty.
is by the time we pick him up tomorrow, when he comes in and runs in to do that, she's not gonna be here.
Yeah.
So that's like just little stuff like that, bro.
Little stuff. Yeah.
So anyway, what are you stuck on?
I don't know how to. I don't even want to be stuck on nothing. Like, how do I come?
We
how
all
do I
go
go
through
after that?
something.
We all
we all go through something.
Car.
I mean, honestly,
I'm stuck on 1,000 followers.
Yeah.
I
stuck on that
I
post?
want to switch it up.
Oh.
I want to switch it up today, but I can't because I'm stuck on 1,000 across all platforms. That's what I'm saying. It's hard for me to follow because this is where I'm at. Until we get there, I'm stuck.
Your official social security?
No, I'm
Sir Thomas?
stuck. I'm not moving. I am really stuck every single week until all 4 platforms have 1,000. Let me explain why it's important to have 1,000 followers. Not gonna do it. I just want you to go follow.
Your social media manager. This is in your realm.
If we
This
have
is inside
1,000
of you.
followers, guys, those ideas that you guys send our way through all the different platforms, Cori's Corner, Be With Cooks, Official Social Cues, every time you guys are sending us these ideas, it's hard for us to get them out. Why? Well, we have to grow this organically. We're not going to go through the process of buying you guys. We're just going to see if we can't make connections and from there help you guys out. That's why it's important to get 1,000 because when they look at us differently, we start getting those different looks from an algorithm perspective. So it's important. Please help yourself get to 1,000. The quicker we get, we're going to get there regardless. Let me say that.
Yeah, 100%.
We're going to get there
You're
regardless.
the puzzle piece.
That's what I'm saying.
You are the puzzle piece.
Yeah, we're going to get there regardless. It's just about speed for you guys. The quicker y'all can do it, the better. But I appreciate that Week-cap. What is a very vulnerable one?
Yeah, man. Shout out to Higher Ed Fred because he would usually do this part, but I'm going to take over our Stucky Situation. That was a little tough because it was just like a little 2-person, you know what I'm saying? But
and that was tough for me. I didn't even learn about it was going to happen.
let's get to this one.
Pause.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Okay.
wow. I said
Listen,
before, yeah.
this I know comes from a 55-plus-year-old woman.
Hold on. They said, hold on. I know we don't like doing this, but your birthday's October 13th, mine's 11. Oh my God.
Hey, Stucky, October birthday.
That's right.
Oh my God. It's giving Thriller. All right.
OVO.
So here is this week's Stucky Situation.
Come on, baby. Stucky submission.
I am a recent widow as of my birthday, October 13th, 2022.
Oh, wow.
Sorry for your loss.
Sorry for that, yeah.
I was with my husband for over 40 years. Goodness gracious, and married for 33 years. My first marriage and his second. Actually, he was confirmed a bachelor for 25 years. And yes, it was a 20-year age difference. Anyway, I finally changed my IG status to widow and 1 or 2 of the 3 Facebook pages to widow just recently. 1 or 3, that's crazy. I swear, men must search death, widows, etc. on social media. Anyhow,
Yes, they do.
I received so many requests recently, DMs, etc. from every male from 30-ish. She says she's not a cougar.
Sure.
To 70 plus. And so far, most are trying to obtain information from me, which I don't give out. Or better yet, I had one stated that he's in the Air Force and a single father. So this is where it gets a little juicy. After texting on IG, he gave me a sob story that he hadn't eaten in 3 days and his debit card was frozen and he was so hungry. Unbeknownst to him, that's how I know she's 55 plus.
Yeah, she says unbeknownst
to him.
Right.
Come on.
I have 2 grown children in the military, one of which is in the Air Force. Thank you for your service.
The fact that she said grown made me think she's black, though, but go ahead.
And my late husband was also in the military.
Thank you.
After the sad story, I told him I can't help him. Then the games kept coming.
Uh-oh.
So I shut him down by saying, I know for a fact the government won't let you go hungry. Both my kids confirmed that. And guess what? I haven't heard from him since. Surprise, surprise. I've had just a few of those, and I wanted to travel to another one of those, and he wanted me to travel to Tennessee to visit him, and I could stay with him, but that's not happening. He even offered to pick me up from the airport, also not happening. He then went on to say he would come and stay with me at a hotel so we can cuddle. Definitely not happening. So my question is, why do males, not men, think ladies are desperate? I didn't go for the games in the 70s, and I'm definitely not going for it again. I've told several males that my husband has made it very hard for anyone to feel his Stacey Adams. There's a black
Yeah, that's
woman.
a black woman for sure.
I was
100%.
spoiled before we got married, and I'm rotten now. So the question really is, Stucky Situation, she's giving the Stucky situation for men.
Wow. Yeah.
Her situation is she's 70 plus. Everybody hitting her up, playing games with her,
That's right.
thinking that she's desperate because she widowed. And she's saying, "Hey, males, y'all are in a Stucky situation."
Straight up.
Why y'all think-
Why and I'm glad you bold.
Yeah,
I'm
real
glad
talk.
you put that in there.
Yeah.
Why do males, comma, not men think ladies are desperate? Question mark.
Yeah.
You want me to speak on it?
Jump in, bro.
I'll put it out there. I mean,
I know what he's about to say.
it's hard even approaching y'all in the first place.
Yeah.
What we
Come on.
supposed to do?
Yeah.
Hey, whoever hit you up, now. Okay, there's a balance. There's a level to this. Now you could be you could be aggressive. A guy could be like, hey, blah blah blah, and what you look like. Send me some pictures. Like you can go crazy in the comments. Men, don't come on. These are women.
That's right.
They're precious. You take care of them. You can't be doing this crazy stuff out here. Can't do this. So, but my thing is this: a lot of men get scared, and with that fear, they do crazy stuff. And I like you said, males, not men. You answer your own question.
Yeah.
You already know what it is. You're aware.
And
Yeah.
they're
You
not
know
men.
what it is.
Yeah, these aren't men jumping in your
Yeah,
DMs.
these ain't men. And then this is a whole nother argument I've always asked is like the relationship on social media. This is the thing. Like, what are we supposed to do? I just want to know. If you can, maybe one day we might go live with you or something. And you could tell us what we can do. We need to know rules. It's easy to have a response to like all the stuff that we do bad, but tell us what to do. Not saying that y'all don't. I just want to hear more of it.
Yeah,
Just like
because
the
to your
other
point, in some of those things, I'm like, well, that didn't sound too.
Yeah, no,
Like,
like I said, these men were probably, like I said, these were males. These were males.
Well,
These
you know
weren't
me,
men.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate a little bit just because that's my role on this show. What I've learned is to think about both sides of the coin.
I have a different perspective too, but go ahead.
Yeah, because I'm thinking about this a little differently. So,
100%.
and Corey, I hope I don't like
Take my point.
You know what I mean? I hope I don't jump
It's
step
okay
you a
if you
little
do.
bit.
We can pivot.
Yeah, that's a solid point. So, could I say that maybe you're not desperate yet? Been 40 years you were married. Together. 33 of those you were married. You have this massive timeline of experiences that will outweigh whatever desperation level you're at right now.
Right.
Okay, so it's been a year and a half. You're not even in 2 years in. You have 40 years of bliss. Of course, you're not desperate.
But 75, you might be.
Nah. I don't care what's going on. I don't care if I'm 95 coming out of a 40-year marriage. I just came out of a 40-year marriage.
No, I'm talking about for her. 70 right now or whatever. I don't know how old she is, but I'm saying in 5 more years, she may be different. She may be thinking different.
Well, that's the point that I'm making right now. I know this sounds how it sounds right now, but who knows? If we saying no to all these men, these males, we're saying no.
Reading between the lines.
Well, she said 30 years to 70, and I feel a way about the males versus men thing.
No, I know where she's going with this.
I know where she's going
with this. Okay, I'm gonna just keep. You know me, I gotta keep it a bean. It sounds.
100.
Yeah, we love you. You sound scared right here. I'm gonna tell you why. You say things like males versus men. Some of these things that were said about what they asked from you are just like nowadays a typical ask in a dating situation from what I'm hearing from these conversations.
Oh yeah, like going to I'll come stay with you.
That's right.
Why don't you come to Tennessee? I feel like that's very normal.
Yeah, people get flued out. It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing now.
Yeah, flued out.
Word?
Nah, it's stuck in you.
Yeah, it's
flued out.
Flued
this
out.
means when you are paid for airport one way.
You get there.
This is important. A one-way airway ticket to whatever your destination is to be with said person. That has been flued out. That is
His nickname is Sir Thomas. He used to be a rapper.
No, I didn't make that up. That's
that's the definition. Flued out.
That's Young Miami, right?
Yeah, Young Miami.
Okay.
Yeah, she came up with that one. She got flued out. But I was just explaining to her generation, hey, this is what it means.
Right. Times is different. You've been married for a long time.
That's what you've been married for 40 years. You have no clue what it looks like. I'm just trying to tell you the dating game looks like everything you're saying right now. I swear to you, and maybe you're right. This is a travesty. But the truth is, this is the dating game. That's the truth. You're going to get flued out. They're going to have people that need some money. I understand why people try to take advantage of older people because they think that people, to your point, are desperate and or dumb. They don't know how to like manage their finances or something. I hate people like that take advantage of people like that. So there are some people in there that do that, I'm sure. But for the most part, maybe this is the scope of what you're going to be dealing with. So finding some balance inside of that and trying to learn some nuances inside of that so that you can win with this platform, it's probably the best way. Or in 5 years from now, I promise you won't sound like this.
Yeah.
You'll be the other way around trying to talk to every one of them dudes. That was, you know what? Tennessee don't sound too bad. I ain't been to Tennessee in a while. Maybe I'll go pull up. But that again, I before we go forward, I just want to let you know that was me playing the other side of it. I respect what you're saying here. I wish we had different ways to come at you respectfully. There is a lot of people that are into just like older women.
Yeah.
And they just have this fetish. And I hate to say stuff like that, but it's true. People have an older woman fetish. And if you happen to fit that mold for people, they're going to shoot their shot. And it's unfortunate.
Be different on the internet.
Especially on IG.
Oh yeah.
Be different.
Yeah, especially.
IG conversation is different from the real world conversation.
Yeah, they're not. They're going to shoot their shot. And that might even be a real person you're talking
to. Right, here we go. The question is, why do males/men, I'm going to say men, why do men think ladies are desperate? Yep. The answer is this. Because ladies are, and so are men.
Come on now. That's what I'm trying to say.
You may not be desperate.
Yet.
Right now. But there are plenty of people who may be in your very similar situation who are looking for companions because they lost theirs. That's a good point. And so, one, doesn't make it that the man is a manipulator. It could be. Possibly. That could be in any situation. It could also be that, again, this is not necessarily a fetish, but this is what they prefer. I prefer older women who have been either widowed or whatever because they know what they want. And this, to me, seems to say that you know exactly what you want. Right. Now, what you have been getting in your IG inboxes is not what you want, but there may be that one cat that slides in your DM or whatever that you say, hold on, maybe he can fulfill my husband, Stacey Adams.
That's right.
Whatever it may be. So I don't necessarily, the world does not live or go on without companionship.
Period.
In whatever way that you want to do that. Some people are going to say it's my companionship to myself, to my pets, myself to other humans, whatever it may be. We were not built to be alone. That's why none of us are in a cave. And even when we were in a cave as cavemen, we were with each other and we got out of that cave.
Yeah.
We do stuff together. So everybody is desperate.
All right.
The women are desperate. Those who don't identify as anything are desperate. The men are desperate. Everybody's desperate for a connection, especially in today's age.
Yeah. And you know what? Another point. She seems very smart.
100%.
So my thing is, I trust your decision making based off of
what you're saying right now.
I don't know you. We've never met, but I can tell the way you're talking, you have some sense.
And you don't play no games.
Right. So my thing is, if that's the case, I respect that you know how to protect yourself. Why don't you go have some fun? You've been in a relationship 40 years.
There you go.
That may not be. I agree with that, but you know, if that may not be your scope. You may be
maybe not.
I'm not really down for that.
Yeah.
And you know, everybody takes their grief differently, and everybody's trajectory is different.
That's right.
Different, right? Like people talk all the time. What happened? Would you ever get married again? And some people literally say, I talk to my boy about this all the time, and he's like, bro, no. And it's not because I don't want to be around women. Of course, I'm still gonna be around women. I don't want to get married again because I gave my all to one person.
That's how I feel all the time.
You know what I'm saying? Like I gave my all to one person. I can't even imagine giving it to somebody else.
Well, that's so then stop considering trying to refill the Stacey Adams.
Exactly.
Yeah, just.
If that's the case, that may not be the case. That may just be right now you're in a phase where like everything's okay and maybe you'll entertain some of the stuff. But it's like a baseball team. Everybody that comes up to bat is not going to be a heavy hitter. No. That DH though, when a DH step in the box though,
be ready.
Be ready.
Make sure you're in the right part of the lineup.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Okay, right now you might be on a player 8 and 9, but the top of the order is coming through. Straight up. So, and it doesn't mean that they're necessarily desperate or they think that women are desperate. They just like you.
That's it.
And my thing is this, especially with the internet, you open up the message. Somebody responded, you responded back. And then the dialogue kept coming to the point where he got your number. Mm-hmm. Somebody got your number, then you communicated, he asked you for money, you didn't want to give him cash. Where my thing, and this is me reading between the lines, you might not be saying this. So my question is, why do males, not men, think ladies are desperate? I think me personally, where you're trying to get at is like, why does it, like when a woman posts and she looks good, mm-hmm. why is it then a thing saying she's desperate, or why is it like saying that she's a thirst trap?
Right. Or like,
You know what I mean?
Like he said, come stay with me at a hotel so we can cuddle. Basically, I'm thinking you have a very older mind thought of, I'm not, if you want to get to cuddle, that's way down the line. You got to put in work before.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so I just think what Matt said, kind of a combination of everything. Times are different. People are getting to the bag, if you know what I mean, very fast in relationships. Quickly. Some people are like, if we ain't hitting it on the first date, it ain't going out. Yeah. So it's just a different time. That's why I'm like, I don't know if I can date in these times, because also you have to think about it from a male perspective, particularly in a world where in a world that I want to live in, which is a world where women feel protected and feel safe enough to come out and share their experiences. The old tactics of the old day, men got to tuck in.
That's right.
So I'm surprised some of these men even shooting their shot.
That's another point.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but by your post, what I'm saying is sometimes, like, when you post, like, I give you a perfect example. I'll post Be What Cooks. People think I'm rich because I have all these followers and all this stuff. That's where I'm trying to get at. Is like, people hit me up in the inbox. Hey, can you send me $20? Hey, this same experience. I've had the same experience.
That's right.
I just see the message. They give me the message, and I just stop talking to them. Go about my business. You know what I mean? Some people I try to help out if I can. But some of them, I feel like if I feel like whatever I feel like it is at that moment, I just go about my business. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what you're posting or whatever, but sometimes maybe you in the Mercedes. I don't know what you're in. Maybe you're in the Mercedes in your little nurse coat or whatever you're doing. Nice. I'm serious.
We got the app.
You're just saying. We have an email, so we can probably send an email to follow up.
You said I'm rotten now.
I mean,
so
come on.
You got bread.
She's riding. She said the husband.
No, we just
Stacey
need
Adams.
more. We need more information.
100%.
To glean why you think that the men think that ladies are desperate.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think in the era that we're in now, people are going to shoot their shot, whether they be, you said 30 to 70 plus. So you're getting a good spread of people. So to me, that's not necessarily like everybody's out here just being a fetish or whatever. It may be some people in there who really have been maybe keeping their eye on you.
Oh,
You must be posting something good.
Last piece I'll give. Let's talk about basic math. How many men are like your husband?
None.
High value.
Yeah.
Have a job. Can sustain 2 children with a wife in a house.
Military. You feel honorable.
No. What I mean by that is, if you look at the stats, most men are not. What's the national average for men right now in terms of what their income is?
It's not good.
40,000? High value men. What's the
40, 50,000?
Yeah,
okay. So that's majority of men are about 40, 50,000 a year, would you say, in the United States? I'm not going to go into the world, but the United States. So maybe they are like, maybe these people who are in these positions are not as set up emotionally, financially, whatever the case may be, and they've held that position for years.
Yeah.
Years. And the whole time you're married now. So you're coming out again into this world of boys because they can't, men have it hard, man. Like some of these guys, make it out of high school, make it out of college, whatever they do, but they really never had a plan.
Never.
From the beginning. They just wanted to experience whatever they wanted to experience, and then they plant their feet on earth and realize, oh, snap.
You got responsibilities.
Right. And so the generation of prior to me, which is a little bit older than that, they coddle that, right? They hold that in. Okay, come stay with me. Come at the house. You have a backup plan. Well, that kid really doesn't grow. And I know some 40-year-old, 50-year-olds like that. And so my point that I'm making is like, this is the pool. If you're trying to look for that Stacey Adams filler,
IG pool.
Yeah, if you're on IG getting, if you're trying to dictate men through IG,
you gotta go get one of us.
They sound like them dudes are stuck and stupid.
Oh, what's stuck and stupid on the wheel?
That's what I'm about to say. I might have to put him on the wheel, but he said it for me. But it's a segment where a person, place, or thing finds herself in a stuck and stupid situation, and then what we do is we say, "Hey, is it stuck? Yes, or stuck? No? Is it stuck? Yes. Is it stuck and stupid or stuck? No? Is it
not stupid?
Like, come on, Cori. Spin that wheel.
Let me get the spin on, man. What's the spin going on, man?
Stuck or stuck? No, we want to hear.
Or stuck.
Y'all can put it in the comments too, because we know y'all want something.
Ooh.
Is it stuck and stupid to have a separate bank account or a separate money stash from a significant other, or should all funds be exposed? So is it stuck and stupid
To have like
have a separate
like
bank
a
account?
hidden one?
Yeah, like have a stash
Oh, a
account.
hidden
little
one?
Because the reason why I say hidden one is because all funds be exposed.
Exposed. Yeah,
So
yeah.
when you say separate, you're really talking about like one that your partner don't know about.
yeah, a separate account, a money stash,
What
like
if
a
your
stash
partner
that
knows
nobody
about
knows
it?
about.
No. That's why we're clarifying.
That's what we're.
This is
clarifying.
one that your partner don't know about. It's to the side.
Got you.
Yeah.
It's to the
so we already
side.
know some of y'all gonna be in the comment, but again,
So quick. Is it stuck and stupid to have a hidden stash? Stuck yes, stuck no.
stuck yes.
Stuck
I say
in.
stuck no. And you say stuck in?
Stuck in.
Here we go. We got a good spread. Let's get into it. Get into it. Yeah.
Why you say stuck? Yeah.
I think it's because I mean, what we got to hide?
Ooh.
I mean, I'm just being honest. Like at the end of the day, I could just say, "Hey, I'm about to go spend 100 bands." I ain't got it. I wish I did. I'm just manifestation. Oh my god.
IRS. We
No,
don't got
but
it.
nah, yeah. If I say, "Hey, I'm about to go spend 100 bands," woo-doo. Now I'm not saying that we have to have joint accounts. I can have my own separate account. She can have her own separate. We can have a joint. But I don't. If she says, "Hey, how much bread you got in your regular account?" I don't have to hide it. Even if I have a stash of shoebox, she can know that it might be 20 bands in my shoebox. Who cares? You want to go get you a couple hundred? Go get it. What's up, baby? You know what I mean?
Oh,
Hey.
he talking big. He
Hey,
talking
what's up,
He
big
talking
cat? Hey, you want to grab you a couple blue faces? Go ahead and grab
Hey,
them.
allegedly, IRS. We got no money.
Yeah, IRS. No shoebox.
IRS, no, I'm broke ass. sorry. I know IRS say, "Oh, he broke. You ain't got to worry about him.
Yeah, I am.
His money stuck." But yeah, stuck. Yeah, it's just on that. It's just on that. I have nothing to hide. You know, it is what it is. You should know everything. If through thick and thin, through everything, you got everything. You should know everything.
That's right.
This is why I say stuck no. And I'm sure maybe we are more aligned. You want to stick in, and I'm with it, but I'm not, right?
Yeah.
No, I know what you mean.
So here we go. Here's
I
why.
like this though. I like this.
Here's why. In certain situations, and I've seen this happen, I've actually helped somebody create a hidden stash
Whoa.
because they were in a situation,
like DV or something.
They
yes,
were stuck?
a very bad, stuck in a terrible situation, and they were already preparing for a divorce,
Oh, good call. That's a
and
good call.
so
That's different.
they wanted to glean some of their cash so that when they leave, they have something,
That's a
they
good
can pay
call.
their lawyers, they can do whatever. And we often say, particularly if we're talking about domestic violence, if you are, first and foremost, if you are in a domestic violence situation,
DV.
a very serious situation for any means. So we're not talking about really on any level. I feel like sometimes we talk about domestic violence, people go to one thing, but it can be very small things.
Yeah.
Please be planning some type of exit if you have the opportunity to do so.
That's right.
And some of that really means having a stash of money, having
Good point.
clothes, having somewhere to go, having keys and stuff like that. It's also dangerous to do that because if your partner finds it,
That's a good point.
then it's like, oh, okay, I know that you're gearing up to leave. So I do think at times it can be very valuable. That's why I don't think it's necessarily a terrible idea. If we're just talking about a healthy relationship, I don't think having hidden anything is a part of a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't necessarily
That's a
think
good.
it's
That's a good call though. I wouldn't even think of it like that.
yeah, and it doesn't have to just be domestic violence, right? It could be other situations,
Just anything to be exiting.
right?
Yeah.
Or put it like this: let's say you marry somebody and y'all have spent years trying to get the finances right and getting your partner help because they spend their finances pretty bad.
Yeah, that's a good call.
And so what you start doing is you start taking some money to the side to help with your saving stuff while you're still helping your partner out.
See, my only rebuttal to that, to both of them, is like, I know this sounds crazy, but if it's my wife, I'm gonna tell her like, hey, say if I get some money or whatever, we either gonna sign a prenup. Hey, you might hit me one day. I need to go. I got this little stash over here. I got 50,000 over there. What's up? But this is my emergency fund. If something happens and we get through a bad situation, we end up divorcing or whatever, you hate me, I need to live. So while we're at the point of why we love each other, let me be transparent now in this loving stage so we can have this tough conversation and say, hey, this is what it is. Hey, let me go set this. My bad. My bad. Oh my God. Let me set this will. Let me, I got this emergency stash over here just in case you want to fraud me, cheat on me. Just call it what it is. It's,
True,
again,
but that just might be an argument where they then say like, "Oh, you already setting up
me.
the trust
Yeah.
and distrust."
Oh yeah.
But it's just,
Shut that down.
This is
Shut
a
all
tough
that down.
conversation because the stats are 50. Well, we're dropping. I think it's 49% now, right?
Yeah, that's 50%.
You said eh.
Hey, but 1%, across the whole nation is a pretty big number. But I said stuck F for this for the mixture of these two conversations. Meaning like, so in my personal life, we have different accounts. We have a shared account that we just pay everything in that we need to pay to
And you got your
all
personals.
the kids, all the food, all the rent, mortgage.
I got fat money too.
Nah,
Watch out, bro. I told you IRS.
we
I
do the
don't
same thing.
I don't got it.
All of our money stuck.
Listen,
I'm pocket watching.
I don't
Got
got it.
Teslas,
Trust
all
me.
that.
Hey,
Get your
trust
hand
me.
on my pocket.
But,
Not the Tessies.
you know, and then we both. I personally, I think too. That's why I say stuck, and because I also believe, and this is again, relationship to relationship, it just varies. But I also believe that the amount of money changes this conversation.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So in other words, like if I'm making said money and it's managed this way, it works for us right now. But let's say that money does an uptick, and now that money can cover everything, like all of it. Do I need to necessarily have the bank set up the same way, right? Where we're not supporting ourselves, where the money's already supporting everything that we do, and everything else after that's extra? Do I need to necessarily have it set up where I have my own separate thing? For what? What's the separation?
money is
Like,
money.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, don't spend that, baby.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Get on
saying.
that yacht,
So why I say stuck in is because like traditionally I'm trying to work myself to where I get to a point where I am 100% in control of being able to take advantage of taking control of my family and taking care of my family.
Yeah.
Right. So like that's my goal, to fully be able to do that in my way. It's not like I already don't fully support my family. My wife also works. You see what I'm saying? I want to pull my wife out of working.
But
Yeah,
I'm trained like that. Like my dad, and
Yeah.
I'm putting out personal information, but it is what it is. We stuck. We're trying to get you unstuck.
You're vulnerable.
But like when my dad and mom split, my dad gave her everything. So that kind of like motto for my life is set for everything.
That's right.
Like, so I don't even care about having a stash. You can have it all. It is what it is. Because at the end of the day, I'm a hustler, baby. You know,
I'm a
what I mean?
hustler,
So I know I'm
baby.
just a walking money. I'm not saying in a cocky way. I'm just saying I know I can go make some money somewhere else or whatever. So I'm always set up to just give the woman. I'm working for her, like that. I'm here for you and the family. I don't need nothing. You know, now don't get it twisted. I'm not coming to you for $500. You know, some men they're like, hey, babe, can I get $500? Come on, stop. Like I'm just going to the account, spending the bread, do whatever I need to do. But that's where that trust comes in. You just need to know that I'm leading the family in the right direction.
Heck yeah. No, all of mine.
Stash, all that.
We do the same. We got a joint account where I tell Katie all the time that as long as the house is taken care of, and that means all of our bills, our savings, and whatever you do with your money, the rest you do
Who
it.
cares? Yeah.
I don't care. I'm not.
Feels good, don't it?
Well,
a man,
because I don't want to. Now, granted, sometimes there is times where like it's a big purchase, and you like that's a lot of money. Could we have been using that money to do something
No,
else?
I don't even have that in me, bro. I
But-
just let her have it. Whatever.
No.
it is,
But then
like, you
it
got
always comes out of that's the way it always comes out, right? It's like, okay, well, we didn't decide that we were saving for this, and I save for it myself. So it's like, oh, it's your money. You know what I'm saying?
I really don't care. Like I say, if you spend $25,000 on something for yourself and didn't tell me about it, as long as
everything as else is taken care
yeah,
of.
as long as we
And
get
then
to
when
that
I go
middle.
spend,
I don't care. Yeah.
Oh, that's the other. Well,
Yeah.
that part.
But I
That's,
don't really
that's another
feel that.
conversation for another day.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just telling you how I feel. Like with me personally, she can walk in this house right now with a new Bugatti on her wrist, and I'd be like, "Oh, that's legit."
Everything taken care of.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna go look.
yeah,
As soon as I
yeah.
see it, I'm gonna go. Oh wait, let me check that Wells Fargo. Oh okay. Yeah, baby, great purchase.
Yeah, we need to normalize money conversations in relationships.
Well, you have to. If you're not having them up front,
Gotta have 'em.
I say by like, I'm honestly, if you're getting serious and you on date 10, y'all should be talking how much
All
debt
of
are
it.
you in?
All of it.
What's your family medical history? All of that stuff.
Go hard.
Because you need to know.
Is it that time?
You tell
You
me.
say it.
Is it that?
Yeah, when I pointed you, Cori, spin that wheel. I thought I was Cori.
No,
He tried to
I'm not
pass it
used
to the
sitting in
left.
Jeremy's seat.
Damn,
I'm
I'm
not
trying
used
to
to sitting in
look at
My
Jeremy's
boy
seat.
fumbled like a running back.
Stuck no.
What's on the screen?
Stuck no.
Is it stuck and stupid to spank your kids in 2024?
I say stuck, yeah.
I say stuck, yeah.
Matt says stuck no. He says stuck no off top before it even got started.
I say stuck, yeah.
So let me hold on. Child Protective Services. I do not. I do not beat my kids.
Stay back.
I'm talking. I'm talking much mess, but the most I do is send my son to a stinking chair.
Yeah.
Okay. So before I start talking right now, the most that I do in terms of discipline, in terms of physically doing things, we put him in a thinking chair. Okay. Now let me just jump on why I think this is stuck this is stupid. The way I see correction from time to time, there's going to be a moment where you got to like create that fear. And this is the way I see it, because I want to be able to generate the fear before the world does, because there's not a teaching moment there a lot of times. Sometimes you can't come back from whatever.
I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like what kind of decisions you make out there, you might not be able to come back from. With me, I'm gonna shock you because I want you to realize like that could have been that moment right there you never came back from. So when I say spank, I don't necessarily mean like, you know, and I hope I'm not putting dad and mom out there. Not the way we grew up, okay? I'm never.
Bro, it's okay, bro. Like our parents spanked us,
especially
but we came from that generation, so everybody got their.
Yeah, we got whooped.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody know the bell, the switch, the keep going,
But we really weren't that bad.
No, we weren't. Yeah,
one or two a year.
So we're not like he said, huh? No, I didn't. You know, I was a family snitch.
Corey really stayed out of
Where were y'all at?
I stayed out of. Where were y'all at?
Corey was on the phone.
No. They just. I know what you're saying. You're not trying to like out our parents, but let's just keep it a buck. Everybody in our generation was getting their ass whooped.
Spanking that ass.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially black parents. It's just
and it's hard to get out of that now in the black culture, but we can.
Because I know the other part. I know where this might go, which is like we only got that from
our oppressors
who showed us how to get the fear out of people.
And a misinterpretation of the Bible, which we tend to always do when it comes to
time. You talking about the rod and the child?
Yeah, we come to religion. We love to take a verse and take it out of context and think this is what 100%. It means. When we're not, we have to take. This is why I love the Bible study. Shout out to my Bible study leader. When we do Bible study, we reading whole chapters, whole books.
That's right. Always read the whole thing.
Because we have to take it in context, because what one person was saying to a group of people doesn't necessarily mean it was talking to you.
And the reference
who was talking.
Yeah, who was talking, why they were talking, and who they're talking to is very important. Mm-hmm. But I feel like, particularly in the black culture, at least in the Christian culture, but specifically in the black culture, they use that verse and then, yes, it's stuff that we learn from our oppressor. I mean, they still had it in school when like Pops and stuff was growing up, right? Where you go get spankings in school. So they still use it as a form, but all it is, it's just a form of bullying. It's a form of exerting your power. Yeah. It's a form of you not having emotional intelligence. I'm a human. A child is also a human. First off, you should expect that your child is going to go, they're not fully grown.
Yeah, they're developing.
They're not going to be able to handle their emotions sometimes, probably most times. 100%. That should be an expectation. I know it's frustrating because I don't have kids, and sometimes I'll be in the restaurants mad at the people who not saying nothing to their kid. But correcting a child does not mean you have to spank them.
Yeah, no, I know. And that's why I wanted to make sure I define when I say spank, correction. Like, I believe in correction.
Oh, you have to correct.
I know
you just think your form of correction could be spanking. That's a form of correction.
Meaning like if it's a, like, let's say if somebody was like, because when I say spanking, I mean any physical touch like that, right? There's several times where my son's doing something up, hey, you know, like
100%.
That to me, I'm not whipping him like
right, but we're not. You know, some people call that a little pop.
Yeah, but technically, it's a spank. So when I say stuck is stupid, that's what I'm saying. Like, no, there's sometimes where I'm like, hey, figure it out right there. Now I do know that, and again, shout out Rosie. She's SLP. She's always talking about, like gentle parenting, which is that's a whole nother
100%. But I also think that's another thing that people they misunderstand as well.
Yeah. But I mean, I learned from her though. There's a lot of things in there that you can bring to the table that keeps a standard where you don't have to touch your children to get across a motive. All I'm saying is there are time to time. I'm sorry. Judge me how you want to. With my kid, from time to time, he gonna need that tap.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. Because he's super smart, and sometimes I gotta literally snap him out of this like wah. Like we're like, hey, real quick, like just like that. It ain't gotta be like a wah. It can literally just be tap you on the butt, look me in my face, tap you on the chest, look me in my face. Let's realize.
Right. I think grabbing attention. Yeah. I think intention is what I'm getting at when it comes to spanking.
There you go.
Right. Because there are times where, like, you know, in the movies, they like slap you in the face, shake out of it or whatever. Sometimes you have to be physically jolted out of a certain situation. I understand that if you're trying to grab attention, and I'm not saying you're hitting your child to grab attention. I'm saying sometimes Perry might do something and I might touch him like, hey, like we're not doing that.
Same thing with dogs. We do
right?
the same thing.
Right. But I'm not spanking him with the intention to hurt him because he did something wrong or something like that. Mm-hmm. Another thing I think is once they get older, I do think at some point, and this may not be like to hit them back, but I think when Brendan and him hit like 14 or 15, they used to always hit me. And I said, bro, I'm gonna start hitting y'all back because I need y'all to know that like it's not okay for you to hit me, and you have to expect that something's gonna happen whenever you hit somebody.
There's gotta be consequence.
Right, and it needs to be immediate. And I think they were playing. One time they hit me, I might have caved Brendan's chest, and I say, I bet you ain't gonna hit me again because you old enough now to know. We're not talking about a kid. You old enough that I told you already off top, stop touching me, stop putting your hands on people.
Different.
Right. So okay, obviously I'm not gonna hit you to whoop your butt, like to beat you up. But if you tap me, I'm gonna tap you too and see how you like it. And if you don't like it, maybe you'll stop doing it. Right? Because that's the part of the negative reinforcement is I have to not, okay, I did that and I don't like that, so I'm not gonna do it again. That's the negative reinforcement.
That's right.
I think for me, it's two things. It's the like society made it where you can't really do it.
Anyway.
So that's why I just don't do it. Second, like when you said emotional intelligence, that for me, that's it.
That's
Because when you really think about it, it's just you getting out of character.
That's it.
And then the trauma that could happen. Cause I'm gonna be honest, I've spanked my daughter. But when you see the it's a thing that's there.
Yeah, it literally transpires.
And when
moment.
you see it, it's like, dude, like you don't even understand how they're experiencing that situation.
Wow.
You don't understand how you don't even understand how hard you're spanking that kid. You don't understand anything. And then I believe our parents didn't have the mental resources or capacity to even think of other ways to discipline a kid because they weren't emotionally intelligent.
And again, that's what they were shown.
But what I'm saying is, I believe there's how to get unstuck. I believe you could you could do the silent treatment.
Ways.
You could put them on the wall, do the little wall sits. You could make them write 1,000,000 times. There's just 1,000,000 different things. You could people say the iPad thing, is it bad? No, because I could take that iPad away. It's leverage. Because the second you do something bad or you don't make the A's, let me go ahead and take this iPad away and I bet you have straight A's. My daughter got A's and B's. Like, so let's just call it what it is. Like, there's just different ways to get the thing across. And I believe the way kids are programmed now in 2024, that is trauma. Period.
Yeah,
let's just call it what it is.
Yeah, no, well, that's what it was before. We just
Well,
but the way I believe we were structured then, we were in the realm where that wasn't really considered trauma.
Yeah, and it wasn't commercials. They talk about it
for sure. It wasn't considered trauma, but it's kind of like intent versus impact. We didn't have a name for it, but it always was something.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Does that make sense?
That's what I'm trying to get.
It always was something. That's why now, what do we say?
Now.
Exactly. Now we talk about how we're going to break those generational curses.
That's right.
We're not going to right? It's because it was that. The crazy thing about trauma is we pass it down because typically that's all we know.
That's the curse.
The greatest thing about the generation now and our time now is that there's such a wealth of knowledge and access to it with our phones and internet and everything else that people like us or anybody has the opportunity to speak. Experts have an opportunity to speak to tell you that there's other ways of doing it. And what you're doing, that little moment you were talking about, bro, is because there's now a disconnect between what your child thought you were and how you are behaving.
You see it in real time.
Because they thought this is my parent protecting me and now you're hitting me?
You know it happens just a little bit, but it's real. Like that's a real
thing. I can remember trauma. You can remember every lick. I remember. I could right now almost recall every like whooping in my life.
But we don't know how those kids are experiencing. Like we experienced our whoopings the way we did.
They might experience. They might be different.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah, because they go to those. Because okay, so to show this conversation and how it's going, we would go to school and all of us was getting whoopings. So when we would come with welts.
It's the same.
It was. We weren't hiding welts because everybody was like, "Ooh, what'd you do last night?" But now
you gonna get yours tomorrow.
Yeah.
Send your kid to school with a mark on them. You're
My goodness,
as a parent,
you're done.
You're done. Yeah.
CPS,
everybody out your door. But in good faith because we shouldn't be.
That's how it should have been.
To that,
100%.
so it's not like we're bashing the system that has been cleaned up. All I'm saying is, I feel guilty from time to time just for correcting the way I do, and it's because sometimes the pressures are a little bit too much. So when I say of course, it should be allowed to correct your kids in the moment. And sometimes, I'm sorry, call me a horrible parent if you want to, whatever. That gentle parenting, the processing, sometimes it doesn't work. You literally lose it in the moment. You have an emotional moment where you're just like, I got to work on myself. You can't get out of it. Your son, your daughter, whatever's happening, and you're trying to fix it. Sometimes it takes that quick, hey. Like it just
right. That's different though. I really feel like those situations are different, but I do implore any parent out there that if you get to that moment, the reflection in yourself really has to happen.
That's right.
And really, we're
Immediately.
talking about, okay, this needs to happen now. You're pressing yourself for the time. You feel like you don't have the time to spend on the gentle parenting
Exactly what
and
I'm
wait
about
for him to come
it's
down.
the P word, patience.
It's the patience.
It's
You
the
don't.
patience.
You're running out of the
Just
patience.
have to have patience because it might take 4 years for them to understand. Like,
or it might be that you spent $300 on this Disneyland package and it's already 10 a.m. and you acting up and you're like, no, I spent the $300. We're doing this. The kid don't want to.
Yeah, you got to eat that 300.
Do you feel me?
Yeah.
But that's not how it used to be. Yeah. But that's the emotional intelligence. The emotional intelligence is, am I upset and will I force my kid to do this because I spent $300, which could potentially cause a negative reaction and connection between me and my child, or do I spend the time to build a positive connection, even if it means I don't get what I want, and maybe they don't even get what they want. But you know what they did in the end? They felt protected from their parent. They felt loved and heard by their parent.
Yeah, they got it out. And you know, the other part is for us that are trying to be emotionally intelligent, because I get this a lot too. You know, man, it's just so much to think about. It's so much to consider. But guys, if we're breaking curses, yes, that's what the hell
that's
it
what
is.
Yes, it's a battle.
It just is what it is.
It's a battle.
Yes, it sucks.
It's
it's going to be
tough.
hard to think about. Yes, you're going to have to consider it every single day. Yes.
Yeah.
You know, like it just be driving me. It be driving me like, oh man, it's so hard.
Now
yes,
the issues I do be having sometimes is when there's no when there is no, sorry, I've been crying and not sleeping for 2 days, so my brain going crazy. But when there's no intervention, when people will just, now you gotta do something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why is your kid? Y'all saw the video of the little kid that tried to step on a little monkey?
Oh yes.
You saw the
boy,
video?
Yes.
And the parents ain't do nothing.
Oh,
and
yeah, the monkey was like, bet.
Okay. I'm not saying you spank your child. That I'm saying that there needs to be some sort of intervention and correction at that moment.
Right there.
Because that's the thing when it comes to punishment. Here's the thing that gets everybody off base. This is all the research will tell you and everything else. And this is just human behavior. This is how the mind works. I am going to test you. I have to push your limits because I have to figure out where my boundaries are and where yours are. That's what a child is going to do.
That's right.
Is push your limit. When you say do this or this, you have to mean it.
Yeah, that's the problem. Ooh, don't get that. Oh, don't
when you say do this or this,
ooh, don't open that up.
And if you don't stick to that,
forever, you're done.
It's done forever.
Yeah.
So if I say, hey, it's sleepy time. No. And you say, okay, here we go. We got a choice. You can go to bed right now and start your routine. You know what I'm saying? Everything be good. Or you can get 15 more minutes, but it may take away from this. Which one do you want to do? Well, I don't want to do either.
Do it all the time.
Where you going to choose one?
No, which one you want?
Well,
no,
which one do you want? I don't know.
Moving off this hill.
Yeah, exactly. Give them a choice. But if you get to the point where you say, hey, because there's some things that are non-negotiables, right?
Mm-hmm.
If this is a non-negotiable and you're hey, this is non-negotiable, you have to do this. I need you to do this. If you don't do this, then we're leaving here. You got to go. You can't give out a threat without an actual promise behind it.
You're a joke at that point.
So if you do it, that's why I say if you ain't about the threat life, just don't even get the threats.
Yeah.
Because I know me. If I'm in the car and you say something, I'm gonna turn this car around and you keep, we going right back to the crib.
No more Chuck E. Cheese.
We going right back to the crib. Because I need you to know that in certain situations, you don't have input here.
Yeah.
Because my responsibility is to protect you.
What's going to happen is in the future that kid is going to find what my therapist calls the emotional password.
Yep.
He's going to find your emotional password and he's going to say, man, I want something right now.
Say the password.
Not giving it to me. Let me unlock her. What's unlocking her mean? He's going to throw a tantrum, do all these things. And all that stuff's going to embarrass you. So then what do? You give in. Oh, it's just too much. Okay, but now he knows your password.
Yep.
Every time he don't get none, he know I gotta throw a tantrum, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, and she gonna give in. Matt gonna give in if he sees that I'm doing too much. So it's like, nah, we gotta hold those boundaries and stick to it. Totally agree.
Cori, spin that wheel.
Spin it.
What we got next, man? What we got? What's third on the spinning wheel?
Is it stuck and stupid to let your kids walk to school?
Nowadays, stuck, yeah.
100% stuck, yeah.
Stuck, yeah.
Stuck, yeah.
I ain't lie. There's times where me and Claudia we have this
this.
back and forth because I'm like, man, the bus was lit. She's like, my kids never riding the bus. I said, what you mean the
I
bus?
think the bus is fine.
No. But I see where she's coming from because of this conversation, which is like, in general, you just can't trust anything nowadays, and sending your kids, if you have the opportunity to send your kids to school and you can do it, then why not do it?
Oh,
I respect
facts.
that.
Yeah,
If you can. Yeah.
I respect that. But in my mind, I'm like, even if I could do it, I remember how lit the bus was.
The bus was lit.
Yeah.
I would want my kid to experience
at that point, ask
Thank
your
you.
kid.
Yeah.
Just ask
There's,
your kid.
I think that there's so we all think that it's stupid, and the reason why we say that is because from a safety aspect in today's world,
That's right.
that literally anything's crazy. But if you're doing it in ways where like you're walking in a group and stuff like
right.
that,
Yeah,
I think that's a little bit
that's
different. There's aspects of life, and I get where she's coming from, but I think there's aspects of life sometimes where you have to give way to them because what's more important is the community that they're going to be a part of than the safety, right? We want to keep our children and everybody so safe,
quote unquote, yeah.
right? And we think the best way, well, we know the best way is to keep them close. That's the best way to keep them safe. It's also the best way to build humans that can't connect with other humans.
That's right.
And they miss out on a lot of zeal and zest in life because they're not, it's just riding the bus. It's getting on the bus with 20 other people.
It's keeping them kids.
Yeah, that's it, really.
They always on time with the bus.
Yeah, the bus is always on time. You know the driver.
Breakfast.
You know the route. It has a
exactly
bus
where it's
number. You
going.
have contact to you know where it's going. You know what I'm
You want
saying?
to stop that getting off the bus going straight to the cafeteria.
Bro, that bus life was lit.
Yeah, bus
That
life
bus
was
life
tough.
was lit.
Stop that.
Yeah, that's lit.
Or just, and then just like, it's right there. Every single day, your kid might get something out of it if they're on the bus.
That's right.
The morning radio kids, FM. Like, those were the greatest.
106.1 Kiss FM.
Remember they added that?
RP Kid Credit, man. RP Kid
I
Credit.
love school.
Hey.
No, tough, man. Then they had little Daryl on that hook going crazy.
bro.
Anyway,
Yeah.
but see, the moments that we're even talking about,
It's all generated
those
off
are
the bus.
all things that play such a huge role in our development as kids. And when I tell you this, it's not just us. You can talk to anybody who was a bus kid.
Man, they loved it.
They had a fantastic
It was
time.
lit.
It's the greatest time ever.
They had a fantastic time.
You learn
You
everything.
built a relationship on the bus
On the
that
bus.
translated to school.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like in the actual school, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's my bus.
Yeah, it's my bus. It's my
and keep
hobby
it
on the
being,
bus.
sometimes you would separate them. Like you'd have a bus relationship, and then
And
when
then you
y'all
had
get
a
to
school
school, you're like,
relationship.
all right, I see you there too.
Bet,
see-
bet.
yeah,
You know what I'm
bet.
saying? It's a whole. It's
Yeah,
cool
it's
when we
lit.
in there, but it's
get
all
on the
good.
drink
It's
cast
different.
after
Hey, remember, don't talk to me
Facts.
during the day. I'll see you when you get back.
That's
the truth, though.
I swear, we used to be like, hey,
Then you was
I don't
cool.
know you during the day.
You was cool with your bus driver, and when you got a sub, you was
Oh,
like, "Hey, man, what
man,
you
yeah,
doing?
we
dog?
going crazy when the
Yeah,
sub
when the
was in.
sub going in, we breaking
crazy.
all the rules, right? It's like having a school. But
I love school,
I
man.
get it. If you can, it's an opportunity. I also would think that like it's just group thing. So for me,
That's right.
if I had the opportunity to pick up my child and maybe carpool, like if we had a carpool system,
Yeah, that's
I
another
would
way.
also do that too.
That's
I
another
just really think the time that people can spend with their group is
Extremely important.
Is oh my gosh, is massively important.
Mm-hmm.
You have to let your people thrive around other people and not just you. And sometimes that means walking home from school in a group, if it makes the most sense. But stuff, people get in, they do wild stuff nowadays,
Yeah.
and it is scary.
Yeah, that's why I say I get it. If you're latchkey, like back in the day, they would let us walk individually.
Facts, bro.
Latchkey from 20 miles away, don't matter. But this is different. This
Just
this
come
matters.
home
This
way
is
before
Remember that every once in a while y'all had to walk from Bailey?
Bailey, boy.
my
Okay, I'm trying to tell people.
From
I
Bailey.
was thinking about that.
Bailey.
I was thinking about that Arlington High. I
Somebody had to
Arlington High
walk
that
from
I went
Arlington
to.
one time.
Yeah,
Several
I had to
times.
walk from Arlington and I had to
Several
walk from Bailey a couple times.
Several times,
But bro,
yeah.
that Bailey walk for some reason
So
was
long.
just
Longer.
long, boy.
And you know what's crazy?
And all you had to
Go
do
to
was go
Bailey.
down Smith
You know
Berry.
why?
And then,
You know why? It's because it's one road.
that's what it
It's
was. That's what I'm
one
saying. Because
long road,
you
and
go
you're like,
down
man,
and then you
Bowen
turn on
is a
Smith Berry,
legend.
right? I wouldn't even go down Bowen.
Oh.
So you walk down Bowen, turn on
you
Smith
went to-
Berry,
you went down
Yeah.
to-
and then
By
Smith
the
Berry
fire
turn
station.
around and turn into Spanish Trail.
That's right. Hold
So-
on, you doing?
Y'all remember that red oven?
You
They
said
had
what?
the red velvet.
Yeah, bro.
Right,
The red
yeah.
other road across the
Hey,
street.
but they permanently closed. I
They-
did a whole post.
I already know.
100%.
Yeah.
I love Arlington, man.
I dug
love
into
this
like
city.
the Arlington alumni page or something, and I reached out, and the owners reached back out and was like, "Nah, we're just
Yeah, they-
They
Yeah,
been
shut
closed.
down. Yeah,
They
they
need
been
to. Hey, they need to. You need to get back in business, fam.
no.
You
Forget
still got
it.
Shipley's?
Just give
You
them
still
the
got the
recipe.
donut
Yeah, just
store
give them the
over
recipe or
there?
Just
something.
give them, hey,
bruh.
give them the
Yeah,
recipe.
Give it up. We did it.
If y'all didn't know,
We'll
this,
turn
the Red Oven was literally a bakery where they did everything red velvet. Everything.
Greatest Frosting. I'll be with
all
the
the
greatest
time.
frosting. Thank you, Aunt Karen. Like when I say she created memories for me, bro, it was the greatest frosting
of all time.
of all times. Oh,
Like, hold on, can we pivot real quick? Today I put on my Facebook. Then I was just going through high school memories. Today I put on my Facebook, and it went crazy. You remember the bakery across the street?
Of course.
The 50 cent kolaches. Listen.
Do you remember when they were 25 cents every once in a while?
I do.
No, I
but
do.
listen,
don't play with them.
But do you remember? I don't know if you were still in high school at this point. It might have been my senior year. It could have been my junior year. I remember when they moved up to 60 cent and there was a protest, bro. I mean, people outside picketing. You remember that?
60 cent when I was there.
Yeah, see, I'm old. So
Bro.
I had 25 cent Coke, 25 cent kolaches. We $1.25 got you 4 kolaches and a Coke.
That's
Bro, they had the greatest kolache. Bro, Arlington. It's just Arlington. That's where you're from.
Stop
No,
it.
it's not.
nah.
bro.
Arlington got some hitters, bro.
It was great.
Arlington
Right
got some
across the
hitters.
street from our school.
Right across the street. And then look, this,
We ain't gonna talk about
this
Nitsa.
was
We
the
ain't gonna talk about
yeah,
Nitsa.
Nitsa. Shout out to Nitsa,
Come
though,
on,
but that
bro.
one's permanently closed too.
Yeah.
They permanently closed Nitsa?
What?
Yeah.
When?
Now there's another Nitsa somewhere else, but that one's closed.
When? Since
That,
when?
I think like 3 or 4 months ago.
Oh,
It had to
okay.
be-
I'm about to say
it
it had to be
had to be
recent.
recent.
Yeah,
It had to be.
recent.
Yeah,
Wow,
that's
wild,
crazy.
man. RIP
But remember
to Nitsa. My God.
Used to be
the
Tony's.
shell over there ain't over there no more. That's the school owns
Yeah,
that
that's been
land.
gone for a minute.
So we knew that was gonna happen.
Hey, Bethany's still there.
Bethany's still there. I had Bethany's a couple weeks ago.
They had the best boba
Bethany's
in
gas.
Arlington.
Bethany's still there, but the bakery, this is so crazy. You had to be a junior to go off campus. When I tell y'all the bakery is literally across the street, you could spit and be on the other parking lot, and they wouldn't let you off campus. Boy, we should run over. Hey,
Man, we used to run. Hey, I'm about to say,
Shout out to Brian Phillips, real talk. I
Hey,
see you
B.
every once in a
Phillips.
while, Arlington. Shout out to you because you had the Malibu, bro, and you would always let me
Oh
sit in the
my
back seat.
gosh,
And you
the
would always take me to
Malibu.
McDonald's,
That's
bro.
right.
Get the double
Hold on,
cheeseburgers.
R.I.P. B. Lau.
oh, Bilal, yeah.
Brian, okay, so we gotta tell this story. Brandon Lowry, whenever I was a freshman, his mother, he was RIP to his mother too. Dang. Anyway, his mother was a single mom, and he was the boy of the house, so he ended up getting like a hardship license. In like 8th grade, he had a Honda Civic, and he had the Honda Civic at Bailey. So he's been driving since Bailey. I remember freshman year, it was a race to be his friend. So if y'all, hey, I know y'all listening, y'all about to laugh to this because I know it's true. If you were Bilal's friend, it was a race to get to his car because you could only fit so many people in there
And that
to
Civic,
go off campus.
you know, I always thought, this is how dumb I am. I always thought, like, dang, the parking lot of Bailey is small. Ain't nobody driving.
You saw they made another parking lot.
They made another one, but it's got to
Bailey's
be
a
more
junior high in
staff.
Arlington, man.
It's a
I'm
junior
from
high. I'm
Arlington,
thinking,
man.
like, you know, why? It never was that many cars.
It's just teachers.
Ain't nobody driving.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just faculty. So anyway, look, I'll get off of that. But I thought that was so crazy because I just a random thought in my head that like we literally protested that they went up 10 cents on their
Hey, bro,
kolaches.
but that's
And apparently they
travesty.
still the same, still busting. So
What
probably
was the
this
name
weekend.
of the bakery, bro?
It's just called Bakery.
Yes!
But the
Literally
K
called
backwards.
Oh, and the K would turn the other way.
Yeah, yeah, the K
Hold on,
flips.
I'm really about to tear y'all up. Y'all remember Feeding Frenzy?
Oh,
the
at
church. The church. Bro, their burgers smack,
Hold
boy.
on. Now I'm about to really kill y'all. Y'all remember Feeding Frenzy, but then when you
Talking
go
about-
upstairs for the
for the service.
I
Because
used to sneak out though.
Bro,
Yeah,
all
nobody-
you had to do was give your testimony, and then you
That's
get
it.
like,
You just get some
the
food.
pizza and the burger, but they used to let me double cheese it up.
Oh
and I was
my
friends
gosh.
with them. Oh,
and the crazy part, it was a soy burger,
Bro, it was
the
was it
best
like
soy burger
every
ever.
Wednesday or something like that? With
Every
feeding friends or
Wednesday,
something like that?
you would
Yeah.
run across the street to hear God. Thank you for that church for
they know the
doing
They
what
was
they did.
feeding. They was bringing people to God
That's
for
how
real.
you
they
do
really
it, by
were,
the
yeah,
way.
they really were.
Yeah,
That's how you
100%.
do it. If you're gonna do it like that. But
I mean, right there, bro. And then
They
that was
were
also
genius.
a way you
It
can
was
get off
genius.
campus, right? I'm going
Oh,
for
Yeah, I'm going to the
I'm
feed
going to
frenzy.
see Jesus.
Yeah, what you gonna say?
Starbucks. You remember when they opened
Yeah, Starbucks over there. The Starbucks
Yeah.
over there, crazy. Then they
Yeah,
put it in
bro.
a little. Okay,
My bad. We're on
we gotta get off the high school store because we can go forever, bro.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
we
We can
crazy.
go
I
forever. We
forgot
gotta get
we're
out
even
there.
doing
Y'all want to
this
spin one more wheel?
Yeah, well, yeah, we can.
If we got time, right?
Yeah, well, why not? Let's see what we got. It better not be no. We ain't got too much time, but we're gonna do it.
Is it stuck and stupid to take a woman's last name? Oh my God. Is it stuck and stupid to take a woman's
Man,
last
they gonna
name
kill me for my answer to this.
after being married?
They gonna
No,
kill me for my
stuck
answer to
no.
this.
Yeah, it's stuck no.
Wait, is it stuck?
Is it stuck
To
and stupid
take
to take
the
a woman's last name
name.
after marriage?
You don't think it is?
I don't think it's stupid.
Yeah,
Stuck
I
no.
don't think it's stupid.
That's a generational thing. I'm sure.
No, for me, it's just it's 2024.
That's
my
what I
answer
just
for
said. It's a
everything.
generational thing. Yeah. In my personal life, things like that matter to me. For me, does it matter for the rest of the world? No, I don't think it's stupid. I mean, I see women proposing to men nowadays.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know,
Let me ask you a question. If somebody would propose to you, how would you feel about that?
you
That's
saying
what I'm
yes or no?
saying.
Are you saying yes or no?
So I think no.
He's
so
saying it's not. I think we're all in agreement of like we recognize for the world it's not stupid.
Yeah, so yeah,
because that's what I'm saying.
But I
see-
wouldn't.
But that's what I'm trying to
But
say.
I wouldn't.
So this is the truth. If you ask me a question, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Me personally, I would never be with the woman that something like that would happen.
Right. She would want to take a last name.
No, not only that, no woman I ever would want to date would be a woman that would take a knee and try to propose to me.
Right. I'm just saying, for the sake of this conversation in this podcast,
Mm-hmm.
if they did, well, what would you do?
I have to think about it.
So you're saying
I
if Beyonce knows, can you say, hey, let's get married?
No, Beyonce different. I'm talking about just like your regular,
I'm about to say,
regular,
you're not gonna go
regular.
to Matthew Knowles?
No, regular.
Oprah
That's crazy.
coming to me.
I'm stepping.
Listen,
Oprah Winfrey. If she,
Oprah get on the knee. I'm gonna do.
Matthew Winfrey.
I'm gonna do. Hey, what do the girls do?
Oh, yo, that's crazy. Because what kind of reaction do you have to have? You know what I'm saying?
With Oprah.
They grab the tuxes.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, you did! Oh my gosh! Yes.
My nails ain't done.
You know that girl. You know the girl that would say yes before. You know when as soon as she get on her knee. Oh my God! Yes. I'm yes. From
Yes,
the jump.
1,000 times. Yes.
Before you even say yes. Before you say nothing. Yes. Give me the ring. I'm with it. But yeah, I guess you're right. Depending on.
Yeah,
to
I'm
me-
saying like it was like your regular relationship.
No,
like
that's what
you
I'm saying. Like
yeah.
to me, I'm not if does something, and maybe again, I guess I just continue to be judged throughout this whole process. But like maybe I have something to work on inside of me that has a problem with that. But maybe not. Maybe it's just I don't prefer to see. Like to me, there is a moment that I'm humbling myself to my woman to get on my knee and to show her like. I don't know. That to me is something.
Bro, call it what it is. You're not a male, you're a man.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what he's trying to say.
That's for me. That's for me. I'm supposed to be able to humble myself in that moment to come to you and say, listen.
I mean, yeah, traditionally, things change. People out here.
And I'm not judging those folks.
No, that's what I'm saying. But
You
for
asked
you,
me for me,
yeah. I
Don't
feel
do
you.
it because I had to sit there and think about it. I wouldn't even say it. It would be one of the things like,
You know me, I actually just be questioning a lot of stuff, right? Like, I'll be looking it up. So most people will know this, and I'm telling you right now, I'll get put through the ringer right now, and I don't care because I still don't understand. Nobody can explain to me why I need to put my hand over the heart when we're doing the national anthem. Like nobody. So some people will say stuff like this. It's a sign of respect, but they can't explain to me why it's respectful.
yeah.
So I have not done that since probably.
Same thing, take your
2012.
hat off. What's the...
Well, so here's the thing. I won't take my hat off either unless the stadium announcer asks me to do it.
Yeah, there you go.
So
if they prompt me, I'll do
if
it.
they say, ladies and gentlemen, and gentlemen, remove your hat,
I'll do it.
I'll take it off.
If not,
If not, I don't understand because
you didn't make a part of it.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't understand. I will never understand the whole hat thing as being a respect thing. That's not really a part of our culture. We're not bowing to people or nothing like that. So me taking off my hat, I don't actually understand why it's respectful. I just feel like people told you it's respectful, and so we just keep passing that on.
And you're using that as a comparison to the using the last name.
Yes, same thing, right? It's just like, for lineage purposes, and we're talking about carrying on the male's last name and family name and stuff like that. From a biblical standpoint and other aspects, I understand that. But for other people who aren't necessarily religious or biblical, I don't understand it.
Yeah,
so if they want to hyphenate a last name and merge their last names, if they want to take, hell, if you wanted to create a different last name,
Go for it.
whatever legacy you want to build, I'm okay with you doing it.
That's right. Identify how you.
I love the Middleton last name.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just in that space of like whatever we can come to. Like I get high off compromise. Like where can we come to a common medium?
What are your values?
If you ask me if this really means more to you than me, I'll give it up.
But this
No,
is
it is
strange
what it
to
is.
me because like what are values then? How do I define the value?
Well,
Like, to me-
values don't mean you can't like you can have values, but that don't mean they can't change.
No, I'm saying why can't I define mine and it be okay?
No,
Like,
no,
why, why can't I say,
100%.
Like I value that I'm able to.
But
Exactly.
if she came
My-
to you right
yeah.
now, it was just any average. What do you call an average Joe for a woman? Average woman.
Average Jane,
Oh, average Jane.
maybe I don't know.
Plain
I don't
Jane.
know.
Plain Jane.
Plain Jane.
Ooh, I
The plain
love
Jane,
it.
average Joe.
Oh yeah. So if a
Stucky
plain, all women are great. So we're not calling y'all are Oprah Winfrey. So y'all are great. But if a plain Jane came to you and she said, "Hey, I want you to take my last name. It really means a lot to me." What are you gonna do?
I think that's actually, I've seen people break up over that.
I was gonna say it.
I'm not saying that there's a right or wrong
Like,
answer. I'm just
because,
asking.
it just depends on who you are. Because some people, okay, it is very important that I keep my last name, and it's very important that you keep your last name. Where are we going to be able to compromise? And if I say no and you say no, then obviously we're not the compatible partners for each other.
That's right.
You can keep your same name, can't you? Like,
Yeah, or can we not? Yeah, people do that. I literally know. I have friends who they are their names. They didn't take anybody's last name.
Okay.
They got married, and particularly you may see that with people who have certain status level.
Yeah, famous,
right? Like
yeah,
if famous people, they don't necessarily take their, they keep their, because it's a part of their brand, or people who become like doctors and stuff like that. Okay, I've been Dr. Thomas for forever.
Yeah.
I'm not changing off Dr. Thomas. So we get married, you can keep your last name too, but I'm finna be Dr. Thomas.
That's right.
I'm not about to change my
No,
name.
like I said, it just, I think you have autonomy to do whatever you want in your
Exactly.
relationships.
In mine, we will
me in my
listen.
house. The last name in mine.
Yeah, facts.
Middle tone, cuh.
Middle tone.
And it's not even to say something like I'm trying to like get rid of your history or none of that. To me, this is different.
This is how I feel.
It's different values, man. Different values. Man, Corey, get us unstuck, bro.
So I've thought to myself, is there a way for me to expand this section? Right? Because I really do want to leave y'all with some good thoughts, but also don't want to leave y'all out of some of the conversations. But here's what I will say, and we'll go off of that and see if this expands more. In the current space that I'm in now, the word that I want to share with you is what you have here on earth is just a loan from God. Okay, you don't own nothing. Appreciate it and take care of it, because it's gonna be gone or you're gonna be gone.
That's real.
So treat every day like it's your last. I don't know why that's like spoke to my spirit here recently, but like really, everything we own is on loan. It's not ours. So a good way I feel like that I can honor God is actually by taking care of the things that He's blessed me with. And I feel like you should too. The things that come into your life, you're not gonna have them for forever, because you're not gonna have your life forever, or that's gonna end at some point. So while you do have it, take care of it. Treat every day like it's your last. Do y'all get anything out of that? Does that make y'all feel a way? How do y'all feel about that?
No, I totally agree. I think it's important to carpe diem. Pull up like it's last. My phrase for 2024 is show up different.
Show up different. It's tough. I like that.
Mine is found a structure, be obedient. Find a good structure.
Dang, that's I like all of them. You know what I'm saying? That made me feel good on the inside. But particularly with, losing our dog, that's just been something that spoke deep in my heart, is that like, hey, I can sit here and I will sit here and grieve over the loss of her, but I'm also gonna thank God for all of the times that were great grand times. And let's just keep it a buck. Most times we focus on the negative when there's a lot more positive in the world, and this is a really negative time. And even for the past, since August, but she's 7.5 years old, almost 8 years old. So the previous 7 years, you think I'm gonna negate the 7 years for the last couple 6 months? No, I'm not gonna do that. So that should go with everything. Remember, everything you got right now is on loan. Take care of it.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? And get some sleep. Drink your tea.
Come on.
And be well.
Man.
Yeah,
Right, man.
wish you was here.
Hire Fred. Get well, my boy.
But he in the bed stuck.
If it's up.
And it's stuck.
Hey!